Iran says a deal with Oman on new shipping lanes through the Strait of Hormuz is in its final stages, but Tehran says the waterway will not fully reopen unless Washington ends sanctions, military threats, and pays compensation for damage caused in its war against Iran.
Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says Tehran and Oman are nearing an agreement that would define new shipping lanes through the Strait of Hormuz. Araghchi said Iran and the US are not engaged in direct talks, and Tehran will not start them as long as Washington breaches an interim deal signed in June. Araghchi added that messages were being exchanged through intermediaries. US President Donald Trump said in an interview with Axios that the US was low-keying it with Iran. Trump said they were semi-negotiating with Iran and were watching the country face high inflation and they have no money. In a post on Truth Social, Trump has sharply criticized Iran over what he described as decades of bad behavior. He also pointed to the steep fall in the value of the Iranian rial. Iranian foreign minister says that reopening the strait depends on United States. Tehran says US must first meet a series of conditions including compensation for war damage, an end to sanctions and military threats, halting attacks on all fronts, and the lifting of a US naval blockade. Tehran also demands the release of frozen Iranian assets. Washington says the strait could reopen once commercial shipping is restored without impediments, with U.S. actions tied to Iran's compliance. The U.S. comments indicated delicate sequencing toward a deal. Reuters reports, citing sources, Washington has set to give Tehran control over vessel traffic entering the Gulf through the strait.